For the sake of my master. Get ready. Come!
Alrighty, my lovely Trails fans, welcome back to our next episode of Trails in the Sky. Alrighty, so you did just see Julia's S-Craft there. That was not a mistake in editing. I had a request to put it on there because I wasn't sure if I'd shown it yet in the game, so I just went ahead and put it at the beginning of the video. I'm thinking at the end of the series I'm probably going to just do like a compilation of everyone's S-Crafts in one big long video as like one final farewell to the Sky series before we move on to the Crossbell Saga. Just that way, you know, if anyone ever wants to see the S-Crafts, they're all there for everyone to see. But anyway, so I have been doing some accounting of the doors to basically double check what we have remaining to do. And looks like we can actually use this to see which ones we have remaining to do. So we have done all of the sun doors. Star doors, we have this one left to do, which I believe is Scherazard. Somehow we managed to just completely forget about doing that one. We've got Star Door 2 to do here. Those have not proved themselves. So that was the one where we have to actually do 100 battles, I believe. And then this one is 400 battles. That one is open all the other doors, and then that one, I believe, is bring Ren. And I'm sure this is supposed to tell me how many battles I currently have. Okay, there we go. Okay, I've done 593 battles, but I've won 375 battles. So I might just actually have to win 400 battles. So we will get to that. I'll make sure I win 400 battles so we can finish off these doors. First of all though, let's go to Scherazard's door. So this might be a long episode. Bring to me the dancer with silver locks. Only then shall the door open. Open the door. So I can't remember whether these moon doors were the ones with the long stories. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. If it is long story though, we should get plenty of backstory of who some people are, I guess. Year 1202 of the Septian calendar. Rolent. Scherazard. Scherazard! Huh? Where am I? You feeling alright? Sure you haven't had too much to drink? Boy, that dream really brought back memories. Hard to believe I was once that young. I see you've gotten yourself nice and plastered. You might want to watch what you're saying though. You're still young, but no one will believe it if you start talking like that. She's right, Shara. Wow, I thought you'd be out for a while longer, Olivier. Let me pour you another glass then. Please. Mercy. You can be such a monster. Faulkner, bring Olivier another bottle over. Looks like Faulkner's gone and left early again. Fine, guess I'll have to go get the bottle myself. Well, if I'm going out of my seat, I'm getting the strongest thing in the house. I spy some brandy. Scherazard, he's literally only just gotten up. At least start him off on some fruit wine before you start bringing out the big guns. He can have both. Problem solved. Spare me. I'll die. By the way, Aina. You remember when we first met? How much did you down again? Down? Down what? Booze! We're talking booze, baby! Scherazard began pouring alcohol onto Olivier's head. That should go in his mouth, Scherazard. You sure? Oh, silly me. 5 years ago. Making deliveries in a city this big sure isn't easy. Okay, where's next? Herb Royal Villa. No way, I have to go all the way there? This is why I hate cities. Hey, Bracer, out on the job again? Thanks again for the help. You're a lot stronger than you look, young lady. You wouldn't have any interest in working for us, would you? You'd be more than welcome. Sorry, but I'm not interested. Really got to go too. See ya! Excuse me. Oh, is that young Aina? Gransel City, 1197. 5 years had passed since the 100 Days' War came to an end. The scars it left were slowly healing and life was returning to Laberle. People gathered in the cities and towns that had returned to their former state, and the revived orbment trade brought the kingdom prosperity. Peace was becoming normal once again. Not all that was happening in Laberle at the time was so positive, however. This was also a period of which corruption was rife in the military. Many of the army's officers at the time cared for nothing but lining their own pockets or gaining power and prestige. Between the development of orbital technology and booming prosperity, much was forgotten. Huh? Is there no one here? If you have a request, please write it on one of the forms to the right and place it in this box. It looks like it. I wonder if they'd mind if I use their phone. I'm pooped. I feel more like a slave than a bracer with all this menial work getting dumped on me. Oh, hello. Are you here to lodge a request? Yes, that's right. Might I ask your name? I'm Scherazard Harvey, a bracer. I'm still a junior one, but I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry about that. Oh my, really? You look so young that I had no idea you were an actual bracer. My name is Aina. It's a pleasure to meet you. So what's the request you want to make? I don't have all day to stand around chatting. There's only 2 bracers at this branch right now, so we're very busy. If you can make it quick, I'd appreciate it. Oh, really? I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea you were... Did you not hear me? Or do you need me to explain to you what the word quick means? Oh, my apologies. Well, you see, it's my first time visiting the city. I thought it might be wise to come here and request that someone give me a tour of the main sights and such. The size of the place is rather daunting, as I'm sure you can imagine. But with a bracer who knows their way around at my side, I'd be able to enjoy all that Gransel has to offer without fearing getting lost. You've got to be kidding. Please tell me you didn't actually come here for such a worthless request. Pardon? You seem to be misconstruing what braces are actually here for. We're not community volunteers or whatever. We have a serious profession and do serious work. And we're also very busy, as I said earlier, so I'm going to have to ask you to look elsewhere if you want a buddy for your sightseeing trip. I wasn't trying to... Oh heck, just go and look around on your own. Getting lost is probably part of the experience anyway. Has this one lived in a box all her life? Typical rich girl. Besides, I need to focus on doing major jobs so I can get my letter of recommendation from this branch and get promoted to senior bracer. If you find something serious you need help with, by all means come back. Until then, get going. It looks like this isn't going to work. I really am sorry for troubling you, but... Oh, who do we have here? Have you come to make a request, perchance? Pardon us for not properly manning the front desk. That's currently my job, but I'm undertaking other work at the same time. Oh, you don't have to apologise. I'd pay her no mind if I were you. She's a waste of time. She seems to have gotten it into her head that braces are friends for hire. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll get out of your hair now. Please don't leave just yet. Scherazard. Huh? What is it? Do what she wants. Helping people in need is the fundamental mission of us bracers. You've got no reason not to help. What? But we're busy here. I don't have time to be playing tour guide. I've got more important things to do. Don't worry about the other requests on the board. I'll take care of those. But you're even busier than I am. You're even our receptionist on top of it. You needn't worry about me. Besides, you're still a trainee, which means you still have much to learn. So go. Once you finish this request, I'll write you your letter of recommendation. What? Really? Are you sure? This seems like way too simple of a job to be awarding something like that for. I thought it was your policy to give 100% to all work you undertake. Well, it is, but... Then I'm counting on you with this job too. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. Take care, you two. Got it. I appreciate your assistance. This should hopefully do her good. Yeah, she's got a very valuable lesson to learn here, I think. What is up with today? From delivery girl to playing tour guide for some snooty silver spoon. It just gets worse. I do apologise. I really am putting you out with this request, aren't I? Let's just get started. That aloof manner of talking she has just makes me want to smash something. So, where do you want to go? Let's see. I suppose I should go and buy a few things in the Edel department store just in case. In case? In case of what? It's the east block of the city, don't forget. Why would I? I can feel my blood pressure rising already. Oh, I get to explore and talk to people. Young Scherazard. Thank you very much again for agreeing to take my request. Oh, not at all. I should be apologising that there were no braces here to take it when you first arrived. Speaking of, I should have introduced myself sooner. My name is Kurt Nardin. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Nardin. My name is Aina, and You can save the long introductions for later. You're fine as just the client. By the way, Kurt, can I have the key to get into the sewers for a while? I'll go take care of that monster under the west block while I'm out. It shouldn't take long at all. I was under the impression you were in the middle of escorting this young lady around the city. I also seem to recall saying that you should disregard all of the other jobs on the board until that was done. I sincerely hope you weren't ready to take a civilian on a monster extermination request. Crud. No! I wouldn't dream of it. I was just thinking I might drop by the sewers on my way back after finishing this job. I've explained this several times to you before, Scherazard. A bracer's worth is not defined by their strength in battle. It's defined by their ability to help others. If that strength isn't being used for the good of the community, it serves no purpose. Ah. I feel as though I'm repeating myself here, Scherazard, but... Okay, I got it. You want me to focus on helping people and not just getting stronger. I hear you. Though that's easy for you to say when you're super strong already. Oh, is he? He sure is. There was one time a while back where he just walked past a wanted monster and beat it just like that. A single strike. He didn't even change the speed he was walking, just done. It was insane. I couldn't believe my eyes. Ah, I remember that one. I wouldn't have done that if not for the fact I'd arranged to meet with someone soon after. If more time had been available to me, I would have fought it using more ordinary tactics. One shouldn't fight carelessly just because his or her foe is a simple monster. Not as insane as how stubborn he is, though. Ah. Guess we get to do some walking and talking while we're here. This is the Fisherman's Guild, huh? I wonder how you join. Hey there again, Miss Bracer. Decided to come and give us some extra muscle after all? Thanks. My job was just unloading the goods which I've already finished. My work here is done. Aw, no need to be that cold to us. I spotted the Erebonian ambassador in the city a while ago. After all that's happened between us and the Erebonians, I wasn't quite sure how to react when I saw him, to be honest. Hey, if it ain't that young Bracer. You've got guts, young lady, I like that. Thanks, I guess? It's time for our Fisherman's Guild to finally establish a presence here in the capital itself. I had to sell my house to make this a reality. But no matter. All I need to do is live here in this building. Am I okay leaving these here? These, rod thingies? You don't know what a fishing rod is? Did you hear the news about the Masters of Valeria Lake? Apparently they've made their way out of the lake and have made the Gransil area their new feeding ground. I need to get all this work here finished and go take a look. Hey there, up for some delicious candy? We've got plenty of varieties to cater to everyone's tastes. Oh, today's the day the latest Labelle news comes out, isn't it? I'd best go and purchase a copy later on. Did you know the department store changed owners recently? The previous owner's daughter has taken over the reins now. They say she's plenty capable for her age too. My sis works in the department store over in the East Block, you know. What's it called? Adele or some junk? It's all super fancy. I can't even bring myself to get close. Oh, whoa! Can't believe she can do that. What if your parents find out? Miss Scherazard? You do know this way leads out of the city, right? The department store is in the east block of the city. We'll need to travel back up the road and turn right after the guild. I know that! Who are those guys down there? I've just arrived here from the countryside and wow! The capital sure is huge. I feel like I'm going to get lost at any minute. See the guy with the candy corn cart that kept breaking down? I started this shop with my friend who I go way back with, Tom. He's got the technical expertise and I've got the management expertise. Together I'm sure we'll make this work. Well, he's going to get very irritated with how much this guy likes to repair stuff. Welcome. This is the counter where I handle repairs. If you have any augments that need fixing, I can repair them for you. It looks like I can go there without her getting upset, so I'll do that later. Welcome to our store. Have a look around and let me know if something catches your eye. Welcome to our store. If you're looking to buy something though, you should head back up the stairs. My wife's manning the counter at the moment. What do you think? Pretty nice house, huh? I sure think so, which is just as well, seeing as I'm the one who bought it. Against my own better judgment. Begging my husband to buy us a house here finally paid off. I've always wanted to live here in the capital. It feels like people are already beginning to forget the war that we all endured. It was only mere years ago that we had droves of evacuees flooding into the city trying to get away from the fighting elsewhere, but it feels like everyone's already forgotten all of that. We seem to be getting a lot of customers from other countries here lately. I suppose they must all be coming here on vacation. I certainly don't mind. It's always nice when this place is lively. It certainly is a fine day, isn't it? Here's hoping this is just another peaceful day here in Gransel. I completely agree. Nothing beats peace. Alright, that's everything on this street. Let's head over to the west block. Miss Scherazard, this way leads to the west block. We need to go to the east block, which means we're heading in completely the wrong direction. I know that. I just made a simple mistake, that's all. Okay, so it's going to be a little more linear. We'll probably end up going there eventually. Miss Scherazard, you do know the department store isn't this way, right? We need to turn at the guild and enter the east block that way. It can still be reached this way. Maybe so, but it will take us longer. Aina seems to know more about this place than Scherazard does right now. Alrighty, so that's the department store. Who's wandering around for us to speak to? Is there anybody wandering around? It was a terrible shock when Crown Prince Judas and his wife lost their lives. They were both such lovely people. It's a terrible tragedy that we had to lose them. Huh? I don't remember there being an ice cream stall up there before. Maybe I just never noticed. Huh. I'm so bored. Going through all the lesser-known spots in Gransel mentioned in these books was fun for a while, but I've had enough now. Is that young Dorothy? It's young Dorothy. Oh, look at her, little tiny thing. Welcome, would you like some ice cream? It's delicious, I assure you. Oh, that's cool. Didn't think we'd get to see young Dorothy. I'm sure I just saw somebody else wandering around. Let me just do a quick look around. Here we go. Are you familiar with Mayor Windolman of Bose? With the leadership he showed leading the post-war relief efforts and the managerial skills he gained from living in Bose, he sounds remarkably capable. Huh? Where are you going, Miss Scherazard? We're in the right block now. We don't need to go to any others. I know that. I got mixed up a little. I'm waiting for someone here. It's a pretty convenient spot when you need to get together with someone. Just say in front of the History Museum and anyone can find you. Hello, welcome to the History Museum. Please feel free to take a look around. Yeah, your ideas are good, but I think you need a little more in the way of hard research to back them up. I've got a few papers that I think might help you as it happens. Want me to lend them to you? What do you think then? I feel so uncertain about how persuasively I'm putting my argument. This vase here was only salvaged from Valeria Lake last month. Judging by the design, it's from the Middle Ages. I always get as excited as a child on their birthday when things like these get brought in. That is pretty cool, gotta admit. Miss Scherazard, this way leads to the landing port, you know. I know that. Do I look that dumb to you? Well, I mean, you have consistently gone the wrong direction multiple times, so I think she's starting to wonder. This is the Erebonian Embassy. Only authorized personnel may pass beyond this point. If that does not describe you, please step away. How does one obtain authorization? The gate is locked. Me and Mummy got separated, but it's okay, I can find my way home on my own. This is the Calvardian Embassy. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to step away. Authorized personnel only. Oh, Anton. The sun's rays are warm, the clouds are white and fluffy, the breeze is gentle. Look, Ricky, it's like the whole world is blessing us. Hooray for school life! By some miracle of the universe, Anton actually ended up getting accepted into Genis. By the same miracle, I did too. I only took the exam because I had nothing better to do. I can only assume Adios is playing a prank on the two of us or something. Oh, those two. I like how the very first thing she wants to do is blow all her money. So, what are you planning to buy? Well, I could probably do with restocking on recovery items for one thing. What? Please, Adios, I just want this job to end. Huh? Hasn't Kurt read this book? Did he bring it here? A lot of these look really complicated too. Oh, looks like she's hunting those guys down. Miss Scherazard. What? You know, there's actually a really famous ice cream stall near here. Have you ever been there? Why would I have? I don't like sweet things. Well, I do, and I feel like having some ice cream right now. Let's go get some. Wait a second. I've bought everything I need in the department store now. Next is the ice cream stall. Ah. The plot is thickening. Aina bought 2 ice cream cones from the stall. Did your brain decide to selectively switch off when I said I don't like sweet things? You'll like this, promise. It's really nice. That's not how it works. It's almost noon. That means I've only got 24 hours left. I'm running out of time. Might be a bit risky, but... Hey! What? What are you spacing out and ignoring me for? I was trying to ask you something. Sorry. What was it? You look angry. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? It's really obvious. So come on, out with it. Or are you involved in something you can't even talk to me about? Well, it's just that... I realised I left something back at the hotel. As if anyone would buy that. Not going to talk, huh? Well, fine, be that way. Can we make our way back there so I can go and get it? Fine, whatever, I'll come with you. At least until I get an idea of what you're really up to. Thank you. Well, shall we be going? Let's go through the south block. fine. Wait, the south block? So, not through that. Oh yeah, because she wants to avoid those guys. Wait a second. Isn't this the hotel? The building you've just walked right past? Well, yes, but... Gransel Castle looks really heavily guarded. I should have known. There's got to be some way to get past. That way leads to Gransel Castle. Do you want to go and have a look around it? Yes, I suppose I do. But, it looks like I've almost cracked her. Time to talk, young lady. I want to know exactly what I've been dragged all over the city for. Gah, this job's such a pain. I'm gonna go and catch a breather outside. There she is! What? What's going on? You stay right where you are. Oh dear. Protect all NPCs. Okay, what do we have access to? Whole load of nothing.
Oh, are we done already?
What the? That guy was no amateur. Well, they haven't noticed anything has happened just yet by the looks of it. It's only going to be a matter of time, though. I need to do something. Look, you, it's time for you to start talking. Who is this guy? I don't want the army to notice anything amiss either. Are you listening to me? Shh. Please be quiet. Well, at least now we know she's not on the hotel's guest list. Bah. I figured a rich girl like her would have to stay at a hotel, but I guess not. We're just gonna have to start scouring the city. From top to bottom. There she is! Get her! No, don't shout! Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, it came from over there. There she is. There's our target. The blonde, get her. What's going on? You've got some serious explaining to do, Missy. Well, let's start running. The heck? Wait! Whoa, there's loads of them. Sneaky, sneaky. I think we lost them. Just about. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's time for you to open that mouth of yours. Just who are these guys? Why do they want to catch you? What do they even want? Well, don't even try and worm your way out of answering. I will hurt you. With this. That sounds painful. No use hiding it any longer, is there? They're trying to capture me. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm asking why they want to capture you. Go on, get talking. Let me start from the beginning. I suppose it started about a month ago. My grandfather, who I was living with, passed away. Your grandfather? That's right. He did mention that he intended to leave some of his fortune to me, but the will didn't just say some. He wrote that he intended to leave me everything he had. So, well, a super rich guy leaving his fortune to a young girl. Okay, everything's starting to fall into place. So now every relative you have under the sun is on you like ants trying to get their share. At the very least, I still think my uncle is a very nice man. He said he wants to look after me until I turn 20, so as part of that, you should let him look after all the money you've inherited. Ugh, unbelievable. Maybe. His eyes when he said that kind of scared me, so I ended up turning his offer down. Wait, hide. And now someone's hired those men to come after me. If I don't formally inherit his money, Grandfather's will becomes invalid, you see. Most likely that's the reason they want to capture me, so I'm not able to do that. They're no ordinary street thugs either. They clearly have some experience under their belts. I can't believe they're just able to wander the streets of the capital in broad daylight like this. Just what is the army even doing? One of my relatives has connections in the Royal Army, so that's probably why. My family's pretty influential, actually. I'm getting a headache just listening to all of this. Hiring a bunch of suspicious, highly trained underlings to fight over an inheritance? You don't get more stereotypically spiteful rich person than that. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for an apology from you. Still, this really isn't looking good. I might have been able to win the last battle, but I'm not confident I can win another. I think the best thing we can do is try and get back to the guild house without getting caught, but I can't see that being easy. Ew. Come to think of it, I forgot to feed the birds. Feed the birds? I doubt it's meant to be taken literally. It's probably some kind of code they use. Which means... Crud! Sorry, this way is a dead end. You've been giving us a heck of a lot of trouble, but your luck just ran out. Huh, you're fast though, I'll give you that. Now grab her. It's gonna be a little tougher. Okay, didn't actually make much of a difference. No, that's not good. That's really not good. Only got a couple of tear bombs as well. Okay. Oh, did you have to like dodge all the way over there? Oh, that's really unfair. Now she manages to hit one of them. Getting some real bad RNG right now. Okay, that was lucky.
Seems you came up short.
Went through all my tear bombs, though. Well, well, not half bad. I don't think I can find my way out of this. Are you alright, Miss Scherazard? Have you guys still not caught her? Yeah! Well, well. You almost stood a chance against us. Almost. I don't want to be beaten by a bunch of low-life scum like these guys. Do you have any ideas for getting us out of this? Me? Oh, there's an entrance to the sewers nearby. If we can get to that, we might be able to escape to the west block. That's a huge if, though. Alright, let's go with that. Close your eyes for a second. What are you... 1, 2... Whoa, what are you... 3! What's that? A smoke grenade? My eyes! Ah! Ready to go? What? What is this smell? Is this mustard gas? Wait up! Don't let them get away! Why do you even have that thing? And what was the point of knocking that guy out too? It's locked. Get out of the way. Scherazard took out a wire and jammed it into the keyhole. Come on, hurry! Wait, get back here, darn it! It's no use. It's locked. Out of the way, I'll get it open. Should I use another of those canisters? I've got pepper ones too. But pepper? Do you make these things yourself? I've got a few original blends of my own, yes. They were originally just white smoke grenades. For example, there's this one. It contains powdered laughing mushrooms. Never tried it though. You think it works? You don't need to find out now. It might get blown back in here. Ugh, it won't budge. Someone bring an axe. We're gonna have to smash it open. That dang woman. Ew. It looks like we've bought ourselves some time. What were you thinking? What kind of insane maniac just uses a smoke grenade or mustard gas canister or whatever it was? You shouldn't even be making that kind of stuff. I thought you were a high-class lady. Truly? But it helped us get to safety, didn't it? Well, yeah, but still! Where did you even learn to make those things? My grandfather loved collecting books. He had his own personal library in the mansion. I learned all kinds of useful things from there. I take it you're not much of a book enthusiast yourself, so you probably wouldn't have read any of the things I have. But there's a famous spy novel I remember reading, and it has a scene in it where the protagonist makes their own smoke grenade. She learned it from a book? I take it back. Miss Rich is written all over her naive face. Look, let me make this very clear for your own good. You might have gotten us out of a dangerous situation earlier, but you got lucky. Don't expect that to happen a second time. Don't go getting cocky just because you picked up some mildly useful knowledge from a book that may or may not have even worked. I don't want to see you doing anything like that again. Are we clear? Yes, of course. That's all. Let's get going. Being in sewers like these always brings back unpleasant memories. It feels like my instincts are coming right back though. Why did she suddenly go silent? Did I say something to annoy her? Let's move. When they come back, they'll get that door open in no time. But be careful and stay close to me. There are bound to be monsters here. Right. Well, I guess now I have to fight my way through the sewer, and there's also the big nasty monster she was referencing earlier. But I probably want to at least get rid of these so I can maybe get a level or two here.
Seems you came up short.
Oh, and tear bombs. Tear bombs are always useful. Can I actually hurt that thing? Whoa. I don't think I'm always going to get a preemptive strike on this. Oh, nice.
Oh, are we done already?
Sadist Whip. Oh yes, got myself an S-break. It's like I'm leveling up from the beginning of the game again. Look at that. That's gonna come in useful, I'm sure. Oh, and I leveled up, so I'm doing more damage. Taking the long way pays off. Tear bomb. I'm empty now, but when I was younger, adventurers couldn't keep their hands off me. Oh, look at that. We did manage to find some extra chests. So tell me, how effective was that expired medicine? It's actually super effective. Any more for any more. Very good, very good. Now we're even more powerful. Oh, I was hoping to take that down in one hit. Oh, that works. That does not work. Well, I guess I would have missed, so... and I missed again. Perfect. Oh, now I'm not even gaining that much XP from everything. Oh, come on. Scherazard, what are you doing to me? Twice! Oh! This is not going to go well. Ooh, kind of had to use that. Oh, trying to... Wait, where did I come from? I came from there, right? Do you want to go down or through the door? I think probably I want to go down. Is there a chest or a monster down here? That's the question, right? Chest. Perfect. Zerum powder. Awesome. Let's chest bump.
Seems you came up short.
Need quite a bit of XP to get to the next level now, so it's not really turned into worth it to fight these monsters. Unless I can take them down on one hit, and then it's a little worth it.
Done already?
So I have a chance of getting an item. I'm guessing we'll need to find some way through this door to get to the west block. There should be some way to open it nearby. Let's start looking, and stick close to me. Oh my, that's kind of romantic, don't you think? In what way is anything in this situation romantic? Okay, that's the switch that will take us through to the west block, but I want to make sure we've gotten all of the goodies we can in this place. Tear bomb? Do you take joy in yanking out others' insides? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't think I can take them both down on one hit. And I miss one completely. I do need the XP at this point. And I missed again. That is becoming rather frustrating.
Oh, are we done already?
I'd like to get at least one more level up. That would be nice. So I heard you like chests, you pervert. I'm sorry. They're just full of so much good loot. Wait, I did go down here, right? Yeah, I did. Memory like a sieve. Is it not budging? Stay quiet for a minute. I'll handle this. Scherazard removed a rock from the bottom of the device and placed her hand inside. That did it. Wow. You really are amazing. But not for this. This isn't all that different from breaking into a safe, to be honest. Really, though. You shouldn't be impressed by these kinds of things, or getting used to them. Why? There are some things in life you're just better off not knowing. And some things you're better off not being able to do. The entire town smelled like a rotting open drain and was reviled even for a slum. The people who ended up there were largely those who couldn't be accommodated in a prison, those who had been driven out of the cities, or children who had been abandoned there like yesterday's garbage. I did whatever I had to in order to survive and to live to see another day. Picking pockets at every opportunity was a habit I picked up from a very young age. Anything that caught my eye I took. But even then, I didn't end up with enough to live on. There were always men there who made their living by taking from people like me. The surest way to make money was stealing from the safes of the rich when they were out of their mansions. The residential area full of wealthy people on the other side of the river, accessible through an underground sewer, was a perfect target for this. Every time I felt hungry, I sneaked inside one of the mansions and made use of the skills I felt like I had known since the day I was born. The most important thing to remember when doing this was not to take everything in one go. Instead, the key was to take only a small amount each time, enough to get by, but not enough for the mansion's owner to notice anything was gone. With a simple piece of wire, I had access to enough mirror to live for a couple more weeks. Before I knew it, I was doing it every day, building up a stockpile of money instead of simply taking what I needed in the short term. And boy, I paid the price for it. I had it all taken from me by the men of the slums, and ended up being kicked and stomped on until I coughed up blood. Everyone did what they did, or they said they did as much anyway, so that they could keep living on. Always pretending to be desperate as an excuse to live by any means, but always taking the easiest road they could find. The town I lived in was devoid of energy, but full of filthy humans like them, and like me. Again and again I thought about giving it up. Again and again I said to myself that I wanted to stop, but I couldn't do it. I hated myself for what I was doing. I hated the fact that I couldn't stop. It was because I didn't want to return to that life that I ended up becoming a bracer. Because if I didn't, I was scared I would end up right back where I was. The troop had saved me from that place and had made me into a respectable human being. But when I lost them, I was afraid. One thought stood out above all the rest. No matter how much I tried to forget, no matter how used I became to my new life, no matter how much I tried to deny it, I was yesterday's garbage from the slums, and nothing I could do would change that. And that's it, really. One day I'm sure I'll end up returning there. That's why I need to be strong, to stay strong. What job I do doesn't even matter. Anything I can pour my heart into that'll let me live an honest life is fine. Anything that keeps my mind off the past. Anything that lets me keep the ugliness in my heart at bay. If it makes me strong without relying on others, then it's fine. It's fine. I need to be strong. Stronger than anyone. Stronger than anyone. But am I? Am I really doing all right in my new life? Am I really getting stronger? Am I, Lucy? Miss Scherazard? Are you alright? You're looking very gloomy all of a sudden. It's nothing. I'm fine. As soon as I finish this job, Kurt will give me the last recommendation I need. I can finally become a real bracer. Then no one will be able to tell me I'm not strong. I won't let them. I will be strong. Anyway, we're leaving. Wait a second. Miss Scherazard? As soon as I finish this job. So we should be able to get through, right? And I'm sure we've definitely checked everything else out. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, now I'm just backtracking at this point. Okay. So, time to go through. Time to go through that door. Another tear bomb. If you wanted that badly, you could have asked. Ask an inanimate object if I can have something. How would that work? Oh, another split in the road. Tear bomb. Sorry, but the legendary item drop is in another chest. I can't even remember the last time I came to these sewers. Was it another door that I came to these sewers? Or was it like a previous game? Guess it's locked. I know it is. Just shut up. You'll break my concentration. Oh, my bad. Scherazard took out a wire and inserted it into the keyhole. Phew, we're finally back on the surface. It's evening too. That took longer than I thought it would. We should hurry. Of course. Are you alright though? What? You look kind of pale. Are you feeling tired? Maybe we should rest a little before moving on. I'm fine. I've had enough training to handle this level of physical activity, thank you very much. Don't underestimate the stamina of a bracer. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Wait, what the heck? She was never more than a few steps behind me at any given moment. How is she still fine? She never seemed out of breath even when we were being chased by those guys, come to think of it. I feel like there were a few times when she was even ahead of me. What is up with this girl? Is this like nothing to her? Are you absolutely sure you don't need to rest? I do have a few snacks on me. Would you like to share some? It's okay. I'm definitely fine. Right now we need to focus on getting to the guild so we can hide out there. Food breaks can wait. We might have run into a lot of trouble on the way, but the request was to show her around the capital. I've done that. Now all I need to do is get back to the guild and this request is done. I win. Come on, get a move on. I still feel like it would be a good idea to rest a little, though. Are you certain you're alright? How many times do I need to repeat myself before you get the message? To heck with it all! Hide! I was up all night working that dang story. All night. Who the heck does Notitia think she is? The better the scoop, the harder it needs to be caught. Does she think I don't know that? Do you think he's talking about? I've got no more idea than you do. Maybe he's using some kind of code like those men from earlier. He couldn't be one of them, could he? Do you think he could be? Dang it all! I can't be sure. Just look at his eyes, though. He doesn't look like a man who makes an honest living to me. I see what you mean. We've come this far. There's no way I'm letting us get caught now. We need to proceed carefully and deliberately. Let's see if we can find another route. Ah, if I remember correctly, that house over there is empty. This way, follow me. For Adios' sake, if I could I would have done it already. You two patrol the area at the bottom of the stairs. I'll take the area at the top. Ah, guess I'm gonna have to call on Raymond again. Wait, he works at the villa now, doesn't he? Just my luck. That's ages away. I swear, this job is bad for my blood pressure. I need some nicotine in me. Come on! Why are there still so many of them going around? How can we get to the guild like this? I think we're gonna have to spend the rest of the night here, unfortunately. It won't need to come to that. I think I can find a good opening. We can force our way through. It's just a case of finding one. I don't think that's a good idea. We need to be careful and rest while we can. As logical as that sounds, I'm not buying it's a real reason. Get a grip, Shara. I can't let my emotions get the better of me. There's no guarantee we're even safe here, you know? I still think the safest option in the long run is to get to the guild, no matter what we have to do to get there. Hey, where do you think you're going? I think the second floor is a better place to rest than the first. We'll find it easier to escape from here than we would from below. This should be a good spot. Wait one dang minute. This is your safety we're talking about here. You could stand to listen to me. Those men will be patrolling carefully for the rest of the night. They aren't going to give you the opening you want, or at least I don't believe they will. We've made it this far, so I think it would be best for us to rest tonight and resume trying tomorrow, don't you? Trying to do what? Pardon? You're still hiding something, aren't you? For one thing, you're awfully familiar with this city for someone who claims it's her first time here. You also seem to know a lot about those men and what they will and won't do, too. What exactly are you really after? It's plain as day at this point that you want more than just not to be caught by them. If that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have asked to be shown around the capital. Not that I think that's what you want either. What's your real goal? Well, no answer. The work we do is based around trust. We can't accept requests from people who won't tell us what they're up to, or who knows what kinds of crimes we could be abetting. Go on, the whole thing about that inheritance was all a big fat lie, wasn't it? Something about you'd been setting off alarms since we started running around together. Strike that, since you first came to the guild. Why did you lie to me? The story about the inheritance is true, I swear it. I want to go to Gransel Castle. I really am the one to whom my grandfather gave his fortune, but I haven't finished the necessary procedures to truly inherit it yet. Until I complete the required paperwork in Gransel Castle's administrative room, I'm not legally allowed anything, and that's why there are so many of those men in black around that area. All of my relatives know exactly what I need to do, you see, so they're trying to make sure I can't do it. Still, if I don't keep trying to move forward, What a mess. Well, okay, for argument's sake, let's assume that I believe all of what you just said. Why am I only hearing about it now? That is... You thought I'd want in on that money, didn't you? If I did and I knew everything, I'd have all the opportunities a greedy girl could dream of to take it when together with you. That's what you thought I'd do, isn't it? I'd play along and then steal it all for myself the second a chance presented itself. Do I look that much of a scumbag to you? No, you don't. That's not it at all. After I lost grandfather, I lived all on my own. But the second his will became public, I had crowds of people descending upon me. People who, like you said, were interested only in claiming his fortune for themselves. They all started to live in mine and my grandfather's house, and before I knew it, my once peaceful life was shattered. One day, someone would push me down the stairs, another, I'd taste something funny in my food. These kinds of things began happening on a regular basis. Legally, they were my relatives while I was a minor, so there was very little I could do. I tried reasoning with them at first, but in the end, I had no choice but to leave home myself. I wandered the highways alone, going from place to place and trying not to be discovered. But I knew that while I could hopefully avoid being caught that way, I'd eventually just be declared as missing and presumed dead. Besides, after I'd left once, even if I did go back home, I knew I'd promptly be locked up somewhere and reported as still missing regardless. Grandfather's will would be declared as invalid in time, and my relatives would blissfully share their newly bequeathed wealth between them. I hated the thought of that happening. That was why I decided to return here to the capital. Even if it's the last thing I do, I will formally inherit what he wanted me to. That was why I decided to try and get an escort from someone I could trust. So it's not that I don't think I can trust you, not at all. I will admit that wanting to explore the capital was a lie. I'm sorry for deceiving you. You're a grade A moron. I'm sorry? You could have said all of this from the beginning and saved us a lot of headache. If I'd known what you were trying to do, I would have been able to formally escort you where you want to go. And the guild would have been the safest place for you to hide out too. We wouldn't have ended up in this dump instead. I suppose you're right. I was just scared. I'll never be able to forget what I saw that day. What I saw in the eyes of everyone who gathered to hear that will read. The horror I felt when I saw it. Madness, insanity, cold, murderous light. Emotions that no one can explain, that no one can put into words. It wasn't visible for long before they managed to push it back below the surface and out of sight. But it was still there. Because now, I believe that's something that all of us possess naturally. Human beings are capable of limitless cruelty, every one of us. And that realization's left me terrified of us all. It's not that I don't trust braces. It's just that I've been so scared. I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have wasted your time with any of this. I should never have gotten you caught up in all of this when you were busy enough already. Just forget that listen. Huh? It's my policy to give 100% to all work I undertake. Don't underestimate me. I'm the one who should be apologizing to you. I've wanted to be strong and to live with my head held high. I still believe I was right to feel that way, and yes, I've lived my hardest until now. But you've made me notice that there's something wrong with my attitude. I'm not going about it the right way. And it's made me realize anew that I want to be able to keep living with pride in my every step. So no more saying sorry, okay? I want to see this job through to the very end. So where was it in Gransel Castle that we need to go again? The administrative room. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is noon. Noon? Noon today? That barely leaves us any time at all. Why are you only telling me this now? It has to be filled within a month of the deceased passing away. That's the law here in La Belle, apparently. Oh right, I never was much good at this legal stuff. I bet Kurt knows it all by heart, though. He did seem like the type who might... Let's get going, we don't have any time to waste. As long as we do as we discussed earlier, we should be able to handle this. We're getting inside the castle, and they're not going to stop us. Miss Scherazard, I really am glad that you were the one who undertook my request. The more time I spend with you, the more I realise you're really someone dependable who relies on their own strength to live. You're blowing my merits out of proportion, I think. Oh, so can we stop with the Miss Scherazard now? The way you say it, it just makes my name sound ridiculously long. Does it? It does. It feels like our conversations take twice as long as they should because of it. Well, if you insist. And now you know all there is to know about what I want to do. So I would like to formally request again that you escort me to Gransel Castle. You got it. You'll get there, I promise you that. Thank you. Do you want to go inside and rest a bit? Okay, so I can go there to recoup my HP, it looks like. My husband's hobby is quite an unusual one, isn't it? I think it's lovely though. If you ask me, being able to spend time surrounded by natural greenery is the definition of bliss. I do research on the cultivation of crops, you know. It's not a full-time occupation or anything though, it's just something I do as a hobby. I was beside myself when I'd read about Saul Holden's passing in the Labelle News yesterday. I knew he was well known for being rich, but I don't remember ever reading his age anywhere. I hadn't realized he was that old. Hello there, interested in having breakfast here? We're best known for our curry and our coffee. I wholeheartedly recommend them both. Welcome to the Labelle News Service. This is reception, while the second floor is the home of our editorial department. That Niall, he really doesn't seem to understand. There's no way we could have printed an article like that as it stands. He's just so good-natured that he seems to have a habit of getting far too wrapped up in a single opinion or piece of information. I'm sure he'll come to understand eventually, but for now... I'm off to go and meet with someone in a minute. Not just anyone either, a famous reporter who once received the Pulitzer Prize. It's been a long time since we last met too, I can't wait to see the guy. Yesterday's editorial meeting was a disaster, to put it lightly. I can understand how frustrated Niall must feel though. He finds some incredible stories, but they never end up getting printed. Both Notitia and the editor-in-chief are really strict with him too. Ah, poor Niall. Things will start looking up for him. He's going to get all the great stories in the papers. Phew, that's the leak all fixed. Now to head out and do a good day's work. Hey, did you know it's almost time for the Archbishop's sermon to begin? I should get going over to the cathedral. If you head over to the port, you can see all kinds of foreign ships there. They come here from Azealia Bay, passing through the Rubine River along the way. There's lots of large cargo ships too, it's hard to get bored just watching them all. This way leads to Gransel Port. Are you tourists interested in taking a looking around? Wait, this is the way to the port, not the castle. That's right. I did actually consider the possibility of using a boat to reach Gransel Castle, but I'm not sure that'd be such a good idea. The last thing we would want is to get shot by the soldiers guarding it. That's a good point. Yeah, getting shot is not a fun experience, I would imagine. Sisters of the Church sure are amazing, aren't they? They spend their days offering prayers to the goddess so that we might be able to live our lives in peace. Ah, what a wonderful job. This cathedral is one of the oldest buildings in Labelle, incidentally. It stood here for hundreds of years, acting as a guiding light for the people of this nation for generations. It's also very large, which makes cleaning it all a mega pain. Oh, who might the two of you be? The sound of your footsteps is unfamiliar to me. I presume this must be the first time we've met? Yes, it certainly is. Am I correct in assuming that you must be visually impaired, sir? Yes, I am. If you'll forgive me for saying so, you're a rather unusual pair, aren't you? One of you is a bracer, I believe. There's no need to be so surprised. The air you have about you reminds me of other bracers I know, that's all. I may have lost my vision, but that has allowed me to see things in a way I couldn't before. Really? That's incredible. I'm an interesting fella. Oh, adios. Please guide us all. Many people came flocking to this cathedral in search of safety during the 100 Days' War too. That's no surprise, of course, to the people of the time. Gransel protected by the Annenberg Wall was their final hope. At times all of us lose our way. That in itself is nothing to be feared. What is truly terrifying is not noticing that it has happened or realizing and willingly turning one's eyes from that truth. It may be necessary at times to pluck up the courage to look back at the path we've tread. Still, there is nothing to be afraid of in doing so. Adios will always show us the way if we look to her. Never gonna find out what's oh wait, no. That probably leads to the, whatever that primal convergence place is that they hide the artifacts away in. So I have been down there. I just forgot. What should I do though? First, you need to try and calm down. How about starting by giving some thought on what to call the baby? What to call it? You've got nothing to worry about. I'm right here with you. Yes, I understand. I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh, is that General Morgan's? No, he's not. My wife's currently pregnant and the baby is due relatively soon. So right now I just want to be by her side as much as possible. I don't remember seeing them in the future. I wonder what happened to them. Oh, I'm so tired. I guess I'll just scarf down some breakfast in the coffee house. Oh, are we stopping by the guild after all? No, we don't have time for that. I doubt Kurt would be there even if we were to call there either given the time of day. Let's just get ourselves over to Gransel Castle. Because General Morgan, I think, was that small girl's grandfather. Do I remember seeing an Irving? I think so. Is he the fishing guy? No. What is this, Metal Gear Solid? Huh. I knew you'd come eventually. Today's her last chance after all. You're kidding me. A cat? No, wait a sec. There might be something else inside. Don't let your guard down. I know. There they are. Too late. Okay. Can't hit any extras, so I guess I just gotta rely on my wits. You had one job! Oh, we did it. This isn't good. Now's our chance, Aina. Alright. Oh, there's more of them? No. Nice of you to finally show yourselves. What's the hold-up? Why haven't you made an example of them yet? Our client's waiting. Get a move on. You're really gonna regret messing with us, kids. I hope you don't expect to just be able to walk away after showing yourselves. First, I'm gonna kill you. The other young lady can live a while longer. She's still useful. As long as we can get her to write her own will, it'll save us having to forge one later. You really think this will be that simple? Huh. If you think saying that is going to unnerve us, you've got another thing coming. Aina, you can still run, right? Yes. I'll take care of these guys on myself. While I'm doing that, you run. What? You can't take this many opponents on yourself and have any chance of winning. You'll... Not gonna beg for mercy, I take it. You've got something you need to do, and so do I. So let's just do them. Don't worry about me, as if I have any intention of dying here. What are you even talking about? Ah! Ugh! Damn you! Go, Aina! But... I said go! You seem to be having a little trouble over there, Scherazard. What? Who the heck are you? Kurt? What are you doing here? Have you forgotten that I'm affiliated with the Grancel branch of the guild? I see nothing odd about my presence here. Well, I know, but I am happy that you seem to have realized exactly what it is that you must do. But I can't say I'm as pleased about how willing you appear to be to throw away your life without first exploring other options. I'm sorry. I can't entirely fault your decision from the perspective of a bracer, but I would like you to give a little more attention to your surroundings. I'm well aware that you seem staunchly opposed to relying on others, but take a good look at the situation you're currently in, and tell me exactly what it is that you should really be doing. Kurt, can you take care of things from here for me? Certainly.
Go! Rise, storm, from the space between sky and sea!
These guys stood no chance. Now, Aina. Right. They're getting away. Half of us should be enough to take care of this guy. Everyone else... Ugh. What? Sorry for the delay, Kurt. Not at all. I've largely taken care of them as it is. Huh, you sure do fast work. Though I'm more surprised to see that obstinate young lady finally came to her senses. When she was with the Zeiss branch, she was more like a wild boar, always charging forward without stopping to take a look around her. I've always known she has what it takes to be an excellent bracer. She'd merely lost sight of something important and needed to be put back on track. Given the opportunity, she was always perfectly capable of doing so. She'll be able to get much stronger than she is now that she's righted herself. I'm sure of that. Ah, to be young again. Quit acting like we're not even here. Kill them both. Sure taking their time. The heck are they even doing? Now, there's no need to be so hasty. Capturing her isn't even necessary to the plan as far as I'm concerned. As soon as the noon bell chimes... True as that may be, sure that would invalidate the will and ensure she doesn't get all of the money, but it also mean you have to share it with everyone else. Which means our share will end up going down. I'd kinda like to avoid that if we can. Don't you worry, we've got plenty of options. Remember, you're only dealing with a single young girl. What? Uncle? Why? Oh dear, what are you doing here, Aina? I keep telling you how dangerous it is to go venturing outside. And alone at that. You blind old man? She isn't here alone. Oh, I can see you. Getting in my way. Ugh, it's like they don't even care if they kill Aina in the process. Tisk, that wasn't a very good shot. I take it marksmanship isn't exactly your forte? Sorry, sir. Scherazard. And what is it? Let's just force our way through here. We don't have time to mess around. Got it. It's time to come along home, Aina. Everyone's waiting for you, you know? Jerky McJerkface. Okay, 358. You're getting a flogging. Oh, I'd like to do it on the gentleman, but let's get rid of the dangerous people first. What are you doing? Go! Don't let them leave alive. What are you doing? Go! She tried. Oh, come on. Come on, one more hit should do it.
Oh, are we done already?
Very good. But what is the meaning of this? I paid good mirror to hire them, and this is the quality of service I receive? This has to be a breach of contract, surely. This isn't acceptable at all. I can barely bring myself to watch. I think it's time you took a little nap yourself. What are you doing? Is that all you're capable of? Reckless violence? What a poor upbringing you must have had. Uncle. I've got no interest in inheriting grandfather's land or his money. That's not why I've been running away from you or doing any of what I've done. But much as I don't need it, I know I don't want you to have a single mirror of it either. I'm so sorry. Dang, that's gonna hurt in the morning. I sometimes really find myself doubting you're actually from a rich family, like you say you are. How awful of you to say such a thing. I'd like to believe I act the part more than you, at least. What are you doing? What in Adios' name happened out here? You there, throw down your weapon at once. I'm from the Bracer Guild. What? The guild? Scherazard showed the soldiers her junior bracer badge. So you are. Still, what's a bracer doing here? Her Majesty may recognize the guild, but that doesn't make it all right for you to cause a commotion right outside the castle. I had reason to believe that these people were responsible for numerous criminal acts within the capital. I knocked them out for the sake of peace and order in Gransel and the safety of its people. So could you do me a favour and arrest them? I haven't covered that part yet. Well, very well. Ordinarily, we'd be taking you away with us as well, but I'll let you off this time. You know what to do. Right. Still, while you may have gotten away without punishment this time, don't expect us to be so lucky next time you try and overreach your authority. Protecting the capital is our job, and we'll show no mercy to anyone who causes trouble, bracer or otherwise. Oh, it is? Cool, I can ask another favour then. There's a bunch of their friends still in the city. You couldn't take care of those, could you? Of course, last I saw, Kurt was with them, so you probably won't have to lift a finger there either. You two, follow me. Sir. Oh, I'll never get used to dealing with the army. What? Oh, I was just impressed by how much authority the bracer badge wields. You were kind of cool. That was the first time I've tried using my badge like that, I'll have you know. But never mind my badge now, we're running out of time, we need to hurry. Right. You are finally here. Can't believe a girl like you could actually keep up with me running full throttle. Anyway, get that paperwork done quickly. I'll be watching from here. Okay. I'll be as quick as I can then. Aina put her signature on the necessary paperwork. I'm really happy for you, Aina. Congratulations. Scherazard? It looks like I need a witness to sign this. Witness? You wouldn't be willing, would you? Sure. If you're okay with me doing it. Of course I am, silly. In fact, I want it to be with you. And then I'd be happy to. I never thought the day would come when I would be called as a witness for something like this. Or that the day would come when I'd be able to proudly say I was a senior bracer. Or that I would be able to feel overwhelmed with pride over something in the first place. The undersigned, Aina Holden, shall hereby inherit the property of Saul John Holden, as outlined in his last will and testament. Witness, Scherazard Harvey. Thank you, Scherazard. It's finally over. That's this request wrapped up, right? Actually, no. There's one more thing I need you to do. We're still not done? Could you possibly bring me an application form? I'd like to make a donation to Her Majesty's Welfare Foundation. Cheers! I still can't believe you gave all of that money away. Okay, maybe you don't need all of it, but you'll still need some to live, right? I suppose you're right. What I did was a little strange. But I made up my mind to do this from the very beginning as a matter of principle. When I said I didn't do any of this for the money, I meant it. Still, congratulations on becoming a senior bracer. I'm not sure what the difference between a senior and junior bracer is, but it's clear this is something you really worked for. It means I have a lot more authority, but I've got a lot more responsibility to go with it. It also means I get a nice new badge, but I wasn't ever interested in that personally. Oh, really? Yep. I'm relieved to hear that. If you're finally beginning to understand the necessary mindset to be a bracer, Scherazard. Crud, it's Kurt. This might look like alcohol to you, but it's actually water? As today is admittedly a cause for celebration, I will turn a blind eye to your drinking tonight. Just don't go drinking so much that it interferes with your ability to do your job. Fine. What is it? As you're fully aware, Scherazard, you are now a senior bracer, which means you must behave with more responsibility. That means I expect to see an end to you drinking in every free moment between jobs, day or night, and sneaking out at night for it too. I also expect to no longer discover that you've been taking advantage of the busiest times in my schedule to behave like a drunken lunatic. Is that really what you usually do, Scherazard? You sound like a tried and true troublemaker. Don't say anything. Are we clear? Yes, sir. There's no need for the sir, of course. We're both senior bracers now, which means we're both on equal standing. Why, I'm hardly even a veteran. I'm still very much a rookie. Are you now? Says who? Regardless, this isn't what I'm here to discuss. The matter I came for concerns your uncle, Aina. I came to make you aware of the fact that the Bracer Guild is capable of asking for leniency in his punishment. Hiring a Jaeger corpse for personal use carries a very grave punishment, you see. A Jaeger Corps? Are you referring to those men dressed in black? Yes, they're one of many corps that are known to be active here in Labelle. Recently, there have been many such corps making their way into the country, and they've been successful in finding work too. Hiring them is of course very illegal, but with the army as slow to act as they currently are, I've taken this chance to take care of them though, so we shouldn't see any sign of any in the near future. To take care of them? All of them? Now it makes sense, so it wasn't a coincidence that he showed up when he did. He's been investigating all of the Jaeger Corps in Labelle so that he could start an operation to wipe them all out. No wonder he seems so swamped. The Jaegers in the country have been targeting wealthy individuals in hopes of getting them to sign contracts. There have been countless cases like this all around the country of late, with civilians getting caught up in it at a worrying frequency. Goodness. I believe the case we're dealing with here was no exception, in that it was the Jaegers who came to your uncle rather than the other way around. It's hard to feel too much sympathy under these circumstances, but in a sense, your uncle was a victim in all of this as well. What? What are you trying to pull? Just because the Jaegers approached him and not the other way around, he's a victim? That he deserves to get off with a slap on the wrist? And Aina's supposed to be okay with that? He tried to kill her. Shera, please calm down. There's no need to shout. I'm sorry, but still. No one is saying he doesn't deserve to be punished for his actions. All I'm here to say is that if, and only if, Aina wishes, the guild is able to request leniency in his sentencing, that is all. Oh. Phew, you scared me for a minute. You needn't make your decision immediately. Questioning him will take roughly a week as it is, based on what I've heard. You bear no responsibility to even make any choice at all, so please don't feel as though you have to think long and hard about this. Just please be aware that the possibility to forgive him exists. That is all. Alright. Incidentally, should you ever find yourself in need of assistance with anything in the future, the Bracer Guild is always available to aid you. We're certainly not omnipotent or infallible, but we'll at least strive to do what we can to aid those who want our help. Thank you. I'm really sorry for not telling you the whole story from the start, too. Please don't be. With the situation you were in, your reluctance is quite understandable. Furthermore, one who is worthy of being a full-fledged bracer should be able to tell roughly what a client wants just from looking at them. They should also not, under any circumstances, try to chase away a potential client in genuine need. Ouch. I've still got a long way to go then, huh? Certainly, but don't we all? Alright, I've said what I came to say, so I'll be excusing myself now. Aw, really? You could stand to join us for one drink. I'm afraid not. I still have my duties as guild receptionist remaining after all. As for you, Shera, be careful you don't have too much water. Crud, why has he always got to be so serious? Oh, actually, how about you, Aina? Can you handle your liquor? If you can, you should join me for a few drinks. Well, alright then. You're sure? Really, really sure? Of course, you've done so much for me, so how could I refuse? Joining you for a few drinks is the least I can do. Then let's get to boozing. Tonight's gonna be fun. Can't wait to see what a prim and proper girl like her looks like when she's drunk out of her mind. This is gonna be awesome. Well, cheers! I'd seen girls just like her on the other side of that river. Silky blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, smooth skin. The blessed, blissful children on the other side dressed like royalty and smiling like angels. Seeing them, I asked myself the same question over and over again. Why aren't I on that side? I envied them, I hated them, I both longed to be one of them and rejected their very existence. I knew the answer to my question from the very beginning. I despaired in myself. I always tried to avoid others getting too close, believing that to be what I needed to do in order to live. But I could never completely get rid of the tiny lingering hope deep within my heart. That eventually, no matter how long it took, the day would finally come when I could smile from the heart. That the day would come when I would finally be able to accept and forgive myself for how I was. The next day, Aina visited the Bracers Guild and registered her desire for her uncle to be shown leniency in his sentencing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to accompany her, having been drunk under the table by her the night before. Wow. Ooh, well, that was a pretty long one there. Had to split it into 2 episodes and everything. We have had a Heaven's Eye before, right? That's just the second one. But we could have gotten that one a lot earlier. Oh, we've actually got 3 of those. Very good. Well, thanks for sticking around for those 2 episodes, everybody. I hope you enjoyed them. This is where I'm going to be cutting this episode for now, and there will be heading on over to... I think the next one is... Okay, we've done the Moon Doors, so the next one is going to be Star Door 2 for opening 100... No, not opening, but doing 100 battles. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out. Feel free to leave a comment on the video. And if you want to see some X4 Foundations, head on over to my other channel, Captain Shana, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.